business is really warfare, but it's the activity of life itself. You say, well, business means I need to open up a business. Okay, yeah, that's right. But real activity of life has to deal with all the essentials of life that we must provide for ourselves, our families, our future. I have something in my pocket that, gee, where is it? Oh, yeah. I have a gold coin. In 1961, I was sitting with Elijah Muhammad, and he took out of his pocket a gold coin. This is 1 ounce of gold, pure gold, okay? Mr. Muhammad put it on the table. He said, one day soon, this gold coin will be the new medium of exchange. White people are moving into the inner city. Some of them knocking on doors. They come with money and they ask you for your gold. Because what they're giving you, I think I got some of that in my pocket. Yeah, I think I do. Now this is paper. This is not real money. This is real money. Silver is real money. Now you young people, some of the elders in the audience, like myself, this used to be called a silver certificate. How many old people in here know when this was a silver certificate? And you know what it said on the bottom? Pay to the bearer on demand $50 in silver, the real money. This is what you call monopoly money. Oh, you didn't hear me. We're going to do some business tonight. Because business is really warfare. What's about to happen? This week it came out in the news that in 2016, all the major banks are in trouble. It started with J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. What makes a bank in trouble? When the value of the paper that they have begins to lose its value, then the bank is in serious trouble. And so are we who have our money in the bank. Now, white people that are in your neighborhood, they're in the pawn shop now, and they're telling you in the window, bring the gold, we got cash for you. They know you don't know that this is losing its value every day. But gold will increase in value. Now this one here, I bought it today, or sent a brother to get it today, because I wanted to use it to explain something. 1 ounce of gold, this little piece right here, is 12.
Yes, sir.
we have to press the government for reparations. Listen, as long as you ask for a job, and they don't have them these days, but they can promise it. You're going along to get along. Do you know why Elijah Muhammad put on the back page of Muhammad Speaks? We want freedom, full and complete freedom. We want justice. We want equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed or class or color. We want equality. We want equality of opportunity, and we want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. But then in point number 4, he says we believe that those of us whose parents, have been here for 400 years, and we believe that you offered us integration as a hypocritical trick to make us believe that our 400-year-old enemy has now become our friend. We believe that this is the time in history for separation. And he said, since we can't get along with you in peace, see, then we think what we've contributed to America, we should have some of this earth that we can call our own. So we need 8 or 10 states with an outlet to the sea. And we want you to supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 or 25 years until we can go for ourselves. Now, I had a talk at Harvard with that man, the senator that died, Moynihan. He had talked about birth control among blacks, and I went to Harvard and we had a little debate, and I told Mr. Moynihan that, we wanted to be separated from you. We don't see you giving us no justice. So we want some of this earth that we can call our own. And I was telling him that we were willing to go into underbrush and cut the underbrush down and fell the trees and build a nation of our own. And I was telling the Honorable Elijah Muhammad what I told Moynihan. He said, stop, you was doing all right till you got to that part. Say, you don't tell a white man that you're willing to go back and cut no underbrush. We already did that once. If we have to do it again, that's not progress. Hell no. Get out of the cities and the towns that we helped you build. Go and find some other state to move in. You move out, we move in. Now wait a minute. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, that's a pipe dream. Well, damn, you better put it in your pipe then. You better start smoking what this is. Because that mess that you're talking ain't making no damn sense.
That's right. That's right.
You gonna wait around here another 100 years so they can bamboozle you some more?
That's right. Right.
He said, well, 8 or 10 states, let them go out, we go in, and let them take care of us in that separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, they won't do that. Listen, they've been taking care of Israel for 55 years. They've given Israel over 100 billion of your tax dollars, and Israel haven't done nothing for them. You mean to tell me we who built the country, we who bled and died to maintain the country, we who gave it art and culture and season it, and we can't get along with you in peace as long as we want equal justice? Hell no, we can't wait for you to change. Right. We want a nation. We want to be able to prepare a future for our children. We don't need no rich middle class of Negroes who can't do nothing for the masses of our people. We need land and territory that we can call our own. So reparation got to be on the agenda. We need land, Mr. President. You got all this Federal Reserve land. What you reserving it for? Yeah, we need cash. Hell yeah, print some more. to you in your foolish state. What are you going to do with $20, $30, $40, $50,000 but give it right back to the enemy? It ain't about money. It's about that which will prepare a future for you and your children. You're not going to be on welfare for the rest of your life. You're not going to be out here scrounging and begging white people for a job for the rest of your life. But if you got land that you can build a real world out of it for yourself. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, well, I put it there. They may never give it to you. He said, but I want you to know what justice looks like. So they won't offer you a white woman and a few dollars and you think we made it. Some of you Negroes will sell our people out for just a little position with white people. You won't sell us out. You'll be buying your funeral. The future of our people is not to be compromised. It would be better that you were dropped in the bottom of the sea with a millstone around your neck to betray the legitimate aspirations of our people. We got to come out from among them. We got to leave Pharaoh. Leave him. The hell with it. Leave it. Force him to tell you, nigga, I ain't giving you nothing. If you put it on the table strong enough, he'll come out of his bag. See, today he's smiling. Hi, brother, how are you? See? But if you say, no, wait, no, smile, no pat on the back yet. Let's talk about reparation here. Okay? Then you see him change. Face get red. He opened his mouth and these teeth turn into fangs. Horns come up. Say, now look, we'll give you a monument for the slaves. We'll even help you Negroes have a museum on the mall in Washington. But we'll be damned if we're going to give you anything. Say, well, fine. You're not going to give us nothing, and we're not going to give you nothing. We ain't joining your army. We're coming out of it. We ain't paying no taxes to support a system that's against us. Hell no. See, now you're throwing down the gauntlet. Now either God is real or we don't need him. God damn it, if God can't come to our defense, who the hell need a God that won't fight for us? So all you scared to death niggas that think that God ain't real, we gonna prove that he's real, cause we calling this cracker out. God damn it, come on out then. And if God be God, then stand up for us like you stood up for the children of Israel. Yes, sir. Come on. I don't represent no punk God. No, sir. No, sir. I represent a God that make rain, hail, snow, and earthquake. I represent a God that has power over the forces of nature. I represent a God that can turn men's minds to thinking and doing as he pleases. And he real, he ain't no damn spook. So all of you that fear the white man as a God beside Allah, get the hell over here. I'm willing to die for the righteousness and the freedom of black people. And I'm not no damn fool. Keep on your feet. This is a day of separation. Yes, go ahead. Y'all not going to be together. That's right. Damn.
All right, greetings everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Glad that y'all could make it to this Business is Warfare broadcast. I'm your host tonight, Mahdi, Supreme X. And what we do with these broadcasts, we apologize we haven't been with a live broadcast in about 2 or 3 weeks due to we've been very, very busy because we never like to do half broadcasts. We like to come out with a nice topic, a nice something that you can grow from and get some type of understanding in about economics and about business is warfare and about the science of business. So we always start off highlighting certain videos from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because it's because of him that we even put our brand for our Money Network together and we put this broadcast, Business is Warfare, because I felt like it was a void in the nation, and I'm just trying to fill that void where we need our people to understand this enemy and how they rule us with this current banking system that's called the Federal Reserve, and it's headed by the House of Rothschild, the Zionist Israeli Jew. And the minister has been teaching us about this for 67 years, nonstop, constantly reminding us about what we need to do financially. Now, I know we played a clip of the minister talking about separation because we also have a Thursday night broadcast that we haven't did in a minute. But we are going to try and we are striving to get back on track with that separation and independence. And we always started that broadcast also. Since we haven't been doing the two lately, I wanted to kind of merge the two tonight to get us on track. And I always let the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan set the tone because he is the man of the hour. And nothing I'm saying, if he can't motivate you, if he can't get you to do right, if he can't get you to see Satan in the reality form, then I have no hope to get you to see it because I can't speak I can't break down the signs like the minister, right? I cannot give it to you crystal clear like the minister. I can't give it to you from a experience standpoint like the minister. I can't even give it to you from the love standpoint because when he speaks, he's speaking out of pure love for us, right? For you, regardless on what you might think about him. But that's how I can't give it from that. So if he can't open your eyes to understand and see the truth to want to hear more, then I have no hope. And that's just a fact. But we like to get it started with that, and I'm no way coming behind the minister saying anything. But we do have an article that we want to get to that's dealing with business and is dealing with separation all in one scenario, and it comes out of the final call. Now we will get back to our separation and independence probably the first Thursday of June. We will get back to that on Thursday night at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we always go and take a look at the digital final call and we highlight articles out of that. But tonight we just got this article that we are going to go over too. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank all of the subscribers. And if you want to stay in contact with us and stay in tune with what we're doing with Forward Money Network, because this is a network and it is a global financial education platform where we teach the science of business, the science of money, and the science of banking, and also the science of warfare, because we can teach you how to protect your money once you get it. Now, we do that, and we do have the final call subscriptions, digital and physical. You can get mail-ins or you can get it sent to your email. We do have Muhammad's Economic Blueprint. You can go and donate to that, economicblueprint.org. And we also have Project Exodus 10,000, which is also a project that comes out of the mind of the minister. We just put a 10K on it at the end, and we have a decentralized banking system for you, or opportunity for you if you want to get involved. And all the information is running at the bottom of the screen, so you can get in contact with us, so you can get the final call, you can donate the Moment Economic Blueprint, or you can come and be a participant to Project Exodus 10,000. But I want you to notice there's no Cash App tag down there, so we ain't on that, right? We feel so far I'm on the network, we different from everybody else. All right, so tonight's topic is, but let me open up in the proper manner. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful. All praise due to Allah, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, the Son of Man, and Lord of all the worlds, the man that came from the holy city of Mecca in 1930, and he found and he intervened in our affairs, and he found the man with the right heart and the right spirit and the right stamina, the right fortitude to take this message that the black man is God, to take this message to the world and withstand everything that was going to be put on us. So he found his man, and he made a man that the enemy could not destroy. And that man, the first man, is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the man you see pictured behind me, who taught Malcolm X, who taught Muhammad Ali, who taught Imam Wadim Muhammad, his own blood son, who taught the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and many, many others, right? The real godfather of black consciousness is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But if it wasn't for the minister, if it wasn't for my spiritual father in this dispensation of time, because I wasn't here in the 70s when the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was here. I wasn't here in the 30s when Master Farad Muhammad was here. Now, how do I know that they are alive, willing, in power, and that they was present? Because I see the minister. See, when I see the minister, I see the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when I see the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I see Master Farad Muhammad. They are all one, right? So I don't have to wait and see the wonder. I wonder if I'm going to ever really see the actual person, Master Farad. I see him every day. I see the minister, right? I don't have to wonder, am I going to ever see the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? I see him every day. I see the minister, right? Because he's standing in that seat, and they will and they mind are lined up as one. So when we see one, we see the other. Make no mistake about it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the faith of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So we want to thank y'all. So now, how we like to get started? Business and warfare. Now, we want to talk about an article in the Final Call newspaper, and it's titled, "The United States is committed to power. They're not committed to people." Now, we just want to throw this out. We don't want to make this a sad event, but we do understand that it was another mass shooting that took place today in Texas at an elementary school. All right. And this is just on the heels of a mass shooting that took place in Buffalo, New York, at a grocery store. So this is America. So, but look, it goes right in line with this article that we're going to get into today, that America cares nothing about their people. The government of America cares nothing about their people, whether you black or white. If you're not part of an elite family, they care nothing about you. Period. Yes, if you are Caucasian, you get more privilege than a black person. But if you're a poor white, they care nothing about you either. All right? They probably won't treat you like they would treat me, but you still don't get no benefits, no advantages, because you're not out of that elite family group that really runs America. All right? But it is a difference, right? So when you hear the minister talk strong like that, he's not talking about you. He's really talking for you, all right? Because nobody on your side or your people is really standing up to the government like we, the Nation of Islam, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan stands up to the government. Nobody does it on either side except us. We the only game in town. There's nothing else left, all right? So the United States is committed to power, not people. So, but before we do this, we like to go and take a look at the enemy because, like I said, this is an economic platform. This is a financial platform. We don't give financial advice, but we just tell you what the real is, and you choose on your own. Okay, so we take a look at the national debt clock of America. The national debt clock of America is over $30.4 trillion. That's the national debt. Everybody with a Social Security number owes on that debt. If you are just a citizen, that means from an infant with a Social Security number all the way to anybody that doesn't have a job, you owe $91,509. That's what you owe the Federal Reserve, the international bank. If you do have a job and you are a taxpayer, you owe $242,985. This is what they say, right? This don't come from the nation. This don't come from the minister. This don't come from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This comes from them. This is their website. This is what they say. All right. Then if we stroll down a little bit, we can see. Look at the interest on the debt, though. Hold on. I ain't never looked at that. The interest on the debt, $434 billion. That's the interest on the debt. All right. Wow. So look at the total debt of America. Look at that. 90 trillion, 729 billion. So it's about to hit $91 trillion in total debt. America is broke. America doesn't own, she's not solvent anymore. This is very important because we need to get this understanding, right? This is very important. You need to get this understanding about what's happening, because when this crash happened, I know everybody running around chasing dollars. Everybody wants to talk about what's going to fall, what this is, right? And sometimes we feel like you might be taking shots at us because Smart Money Network, because we are definitely pro crypto. We ain't just pro crypto. Let me reverse that. We are pro anything that'll get us out of this, right? That is still legal, that won't cause me to go and do prison time. Okay, so anything that'll get me out of this, then that's what we for. So you might think we pro crypto. No. We just understand it as a tool, it's a decentralized currency. So why wouldn't I use it to be in control of my money and my income that the government couldn't freeze in? If this fall, I'm not affected by this. Even crypto falling, I'm not affected by that. Why? Because I have set up it a way for me to get paid in it. So us that get paid in it, we don't invest in it, we are affected by a downturn in the market. That's what the markets do. They go up and down. Everybody knows that, right? Just like real estate market goes up and down. Stock market, up and down. Now eventually stock market, yeah, dollar, that's gonna, have its ultimate fate of obliteration. But as of right now, it is a way for us to get more capital so we can get more of the hard assets, the land, gold, silver, that type of stuff like that. However, cryptocurrency is a way for you to get rich, right? Because when you factor in riches, you factor in cash. Cash is associated with being rich, all right? Assets, tangible assets is associated with being wealthy, because it is a difference. You could be cash rich, but not so much wealthy, because eventually you will spend your cash. But wealth can be passed down from generation to generation to generation. All right. So we just want to take a look at this. This is America. This is their debt. This is the government. You can keep working to support this. You can set up a business and you support only dollars. Okay. You can pump credit. You can pump all that stuff. Now we in Smart Money Network. We not against it. We just telling you the truth. And we willing to accept any challenge, any dialogue, or if you want to make it a debate, we don't care, right? We will answer the call. And we got actual facts, all right? And we got direct words from the minister telling us to get out of this, all right? But before we go to the article and our main topic tonight, let us segue and let the minister explain to us how the Federal Reserve and all this stuff got set up. Let him explain, not me. You ain't hearing it from me. This is the minister. Let him explain it, because this is my spiritual teacher. This is my spiritual father, right? And I'm the student that when the teacher, the master says it, I just do. I don't question it. I go and do the research that will confirm and prove what he said. I'm not debating what he said, because I know what he said is the absolute truth, and you cannot find a minister has lied about anything. You can't. Why? Because he cannot lie. That's what he can't do. Okay? He can't lie. Let's let him explain how the Federal Reserve got started.
Is here now. So last Sunday I said Barack Obama inherited the fall of America. He inherited the collapse of her institutions. He inherited the end of her world. Now, there's some work for us to do. Last week, I talked about the international bankers and how they plotted against America from Europe the Rothschilds, the Warburgs, some of these that have recently collapsed, their fathers, international bankers. You may not have known it, but it's against the Constitution for anybody to print or coin or mint the money of the United States of America except the U.S. Congress. But these international bankers with some treasonous senators on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia plotted and set up the Federal Reserve Act. And on December the 23rd, 1913, a law was passed in Congress that violated the Constitution, that gave international banking families the right to print the money that you have in your pocket. I have a document. International banking families the right to print the money that you have in your pocket. I have a document that shows how America got from $1,400,000,000 in debt in 1913 to now $65.5 trillion in debt. Listen to this. How many of you own your home or are buying your home? Would you raise your hands, please? Okay. Did you know that the debt of America is more than the value of every building that is on 3,000 by 2,000 square miles called the United States of America? As I said last week, right now the FBI building is up for sale. The Drug Enforcement Agency has already been sold. And what others are doing, foreign companies buying up taxpayer dollar buildings and leasing them back to the government. America is broke. Very, very broke. And no matter how much hope you have in the stimulus package, I'm here to tell you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He said that foreign wars and divine plagues are destroying the economy and the American way of life. He said, America is gone. Her money is gone. There's no more silver, no more gold. After a while, she may ask for copper. The money is worthless. Right now, the money has no value. This used to be a silver certificate that used to say, pay the bearer on demand $1 in silver. You can't get silver for it anymore. You can't get gold for it. It is the wealth of the country that's holding up the dollar. He said, soon you'll see money piled and burning in the streets. There will be another medium of exchange not coming from this country. He said, I warn you because I love you. Now listen to these words. She will fight and continue to fight. He mentioned Vietnam and other areas of Asia. But the last fight will be in East Germany, and there she will be destroyed. Now I want you to stop with me a minute. I want to talk about East Germany.
All right, family. So let's get to the article. Let's get to our topic so we can come to a conclusion. I think enough has been said that we have been rightly guided. We have been told the truth. And if you want to know more and get this guidance, you can always go to store.find a call to get the Nation of Islam books. You want to know more about what's happening with America, what's going on with this war with Russia and all this conflict, which we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. You need to go and get this book written by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, published in 1973. But the majority of what's in here is happening now. You need to get this book. All right, that's The Fall of America. Then, if you want to know why we defend and we are in love with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan so much, is because we have the data, we have the facts on them calling him anti-Semitic, bigot, racist, all that just a lie. So, black man, black woman, your enemy been wanting to keep you away from your Messiah. So they lie on him. They never call him a liar. They lie on him and they devalue his image. But they talk about his character. Like we run around hate people, boy. Ain't nobody in the nation ever did anything to you if you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, if you're homosexual. Ain't nobody never did nothing to you if you're an Orthodox Muslim, right? And we have let some of y'all get away with some stuff where we might have should did something to y'all. But our love overpowers that because we know you don't know yourself. And we know you don't understand. We know you've been misguided because we at one time was also misguided. But we got a book put together, 2 of these, put together by our research department called Defending Farrakhan. The campaign to free the real children of Israel. That is us in America. Make no mistake about it. And I highlighted book you want to go and get. This book here is so powerful. It's also in the right-hand corner of the video. This book is so powerful. Amazon took it off of Amazon. You cannot buy this book on Amazon. This is how powerful this is. And it's a publication from the historical, marvelous research department of the Nation of Islam. And in this book, you will understand why. See, if I can get you to read this book, not just read it, but actually study it and comprehend just I say 2% of the book. Well, no, if you can comprehend 1% of what's in this book, you will understand why what we doing for our money, we are your friend. We are just pointing you in the right direction. See why? Because I have time in the federal prison system to study this book. See, I did. See, a lot of y'all out here, but if you're in the nation or out the nation, you really don't have time to really study this and dissect this and examine this and then analyze this book. See, I had time to read it, study it, examine it, analyze it, and come out and put it to work. Because what's in here is not for us to hate anybody. It's for us to understand money, understand business, and understand how white supremacy was established in America and ultimately the world. They established it right over here in the South. the Zionist Jews did, came out of Europe and took over this area, mainly through the South. And they set up the systems, the institutions, because they took control over the money. The money. It's always about money. You can pump yourself up and think it ain't about money. Oh, this warfare is heavily connected to money. Now listen, we're finna show you in this article how this is true. But check this out. Business is warfare. The minister wouldn't say when you put is in between something, two two verbs, business, action word, warfare, action word. When you put is in between two verbs, right? It's interchangeable. So if business is warfare, that means warfare is business. Now you want to listen closely to this article right now. All right. By our brother Brian E. Muhammad. Their commitment is to power, not to people here or anywhere. Now, this is a picture showing some United States soldiers NATO pushing 8,000 pounds of 155 mm shells onto a C-17 cargo aircraft for transport bound for Ukraine. Okay? Now listen. Business for war abroad, little or nothing for suffering inside of the United States. For America, the strongest military and economic power, there are dollars for death and destruction in Ukraine, but little or nothing for the poor, disenfranchised, and weak at home. Can anybody disapprove of that statement? Can anybody argue with that, with some facts, not with your emotions? Can anybody argue that statement right there with some facts? Anybody? Anybody? Can you argue that? How does America got money for wars that ain't even their business, foreign wars, but don't got money for their poor, their homeless, and they can't stop the warfare and mass shooting and crime, all of this stuff going on in America, they can't stop it. But they got money to send over there. Okay? It's part of the United States political classes commitment to United States power in the world. They have endless resources for that. They have endless resources for that. Mr. Pearson Smith sees a $40 billion package put together for Ukraine as wrong-headed. The congregational vote approving the $1 billion giveaway came the same week that more than 1 million people died due to COVID in America. Wow. The grim number is the highest death total worldwide, and a virtual global COVID summit of G7 nations. President Biden pledged $3 billion to the global fight against the pestilence. All right, the pandemic. Now, but check it out. Who paying for that? Yeah, you, me, taxpayers. Yeah, we paying for that too. 2 days after United States lawmakers overwhelmingly approved a $40 billion aid package loaded with military hardware for Ukraine, the top defense heads of Russia Federation in the United States held direct phone talks May the 13th as war raged between Russia and Ukraine, which is backed by American Western European nations. United States Secretary of Defense Lord J. Austin spoke with Russian Minister of Defense for the first time since February 18th, prior to the Russian attack on Ukraine. A Department of Defense read out said Mr. Austin urged an immediate ceasefire and emphasis maintaining lines of communication. However, with unceasing conflict still raging and an intensified uptick of military support of Ukraine by America, requests for a peaceful settlement are virtually impossible. Y'all are hearing this. It's virtually impossible that America and Russia is not about to go to war. Okay? It comes at a time that tension is spiraling towards a feared war of nations that the scriptures call Armageddon, and amid economic distress in America. In the face of the Ukraine package, Congress at final call press time had declined to authorize billions of dollars in funding for the fight against the coronavirus and its impact. The contrast is really clear. Their commitment is to power, not to people here or anywhere. He added the $40 billion. He added the $40 billion is an investment. So this is an investment that they're doing with our money now. All right. In refueling the present war and fuel for the future war. The bill gives Ukraine military and economic backing, helps regional allies, replenishes United States weapons stockpile, depleted from shipments to Ukraine, and provides $5 billion toward global food shortages caused by the wars, paralyzing production of wheat and grain in the Eastern European nation. Overwhelming, bipartisan. Funding approval made the 10th was $7 billion above an initial $33 billion request by President Biden. Although the House pushed the package through, it stalled briefly in the Senate as Kentucky Republican Rand Paul argued the aid almost equals the entire military budget of Russia. And the United States will have to borrow money from China to pay for it. Senator Paul argued they are challenging domestic priorities to be met, like dealing with 40-year high inflation and gasoline prices hitting a 48% increase since 2020. My oath of office is to the United States Constitution, not to any foreign nation, Senator Paul tweeted May 13th. And no matter how sympathetic the cause, my oath of office is to the national security of the United States of America. We cannot save Ukraine by dooming the United States economy. But it don't stop there. I hope y'all are listening to this, man. This is deep. That's why you need to have a final call. Nobody on the line should ever go a week without having the latest edition of the Final Call newspaper. You need it in your home so you can get direct, straight, untampered with news that you can use. The aid would bring United States support to nearly $54 billion, and we can't get a dime for reparations. They can't give us nothing for reparations, and some of y'all are running around saying we shouldn't even be asking for reparations. That's because you ain't read the book. Okay? You read this book, you're going to understand why reparations got to be on the agenda, like the minister said. The aid would bring United States support to nearly $54 billion, including the $3.6 billion Congress approved in March. So that's $67 billion. That's about $6 billion more than the United States spent on all its foreign and military aid in 2019, according to the Congressional Research Service. Wow. So under Joe Biden, they done spent more. The budget is went up. Y'all didn't see that, did it? Trump was the president in 2019. Biden hadn't got in office yet. Okay. Now check this out. We're going to read this and we're going to close out. Who benefits from the money? Who benefits from the money? Listen closely. The constant flow of aid to Ukraine is not charity, says critics of the ongoing war. The United States military industrial complex and defense contractors benefit. For the big five weapon companies, war is a bonanza as their stockpiles go through the roof, said Mahdi Benjamin, founder of the women's pro-peace organization Cold Pink. The season of war is the financial harvest for the merchants of death who manufacture and sell missiles, deadly hardware, and software, according to published reports, and calls with investors earlier this year. Boasted that the worsening conflict in Europe was helping profits since Russia's intrusion into Ukraine. There have been insurmountable increases of warfare from America and Western allies. President Biden came under fire for launching defense contractors' production of warfare while visiting a Lockheed Martin facility on May the 3rd. The company produces the Jetland anti-tank missiles, which cost between $250,000 and $250,000 each. According to the White House, at final call press time, America had sent more than 5,000 Jetland missiles to Ukraine. So what's 5,000 times? Let's do the math on that. Right quick. Let's do some math, because this is math. We got to go over this stuff now. So it said $215,000 per missile or 250. So we're going to do both numbers. Okay. So 215,000 times 5,000 is 1,075,000,000. That's if they cost 215,000. Now they cost 250,000 times 5,000. That's $1,250,000,000. See, there your money right there. Who getting it? The merchants of death. You ain't getting it, but you want to advocate for this government, and y'all don't want to not pay taxes. Man, come on now. The Congressional Research Service said Mr. Biden sent weaponry and equipment to Ukraine from United States stockpiles under the Presidential Drawdown Authority. The transfers will cost $5 billion to replace. Drawdown powers allow the president to authorize transfers of articles and services from United States stockpiles without congressional approval. Since August of 2021, the Biden administration has authorized 8 downturns valued at $3.31 billion. Besides the whopping amount of United States dollars going into the military industrial complex, Ukraine has purchased firearms, ammunition, laser imaging, or guidance equipment directly from United States suppliers via the State Department Direct Commercial Sales Program. Now, look this out. Now, we're going to stop right now. Hold on now. Now, y'all heard that. So, what does that mean, family? I want y'all to keep up now. What does that mean? That meaning the money that America is giving the Ukraine government, Ukraine is buying the weapons back from these weapon merchants over here in America with that same money. That's our money. Woo, man, this is deep. Y'all ain't ready for war? Oh, my goodness. What's it going to take? Y'all ain't ready to separate? You still won't pay taxes? Okay. You still won't work for the government? At all this? You still won't do that? Okay. As America invests in war, inflation is wreaking havoc on the home economy. Inflation reached a high of 8% and increased increased consumer prices for gas and food are hurting Americans. Critics of United States involvement in the war argue whenever America can't afford to do something at home, such as investing in the social needs of the poor, funding for war thousands of miles away is always available. Mrs. Benjamin sees the aid package as a down payment on World War III. I feel like we are catering towards a much broader war that would involve NATO countries, including, of course, the United States, in a direct confrontation with the nuclear-armed state of Russia. Ms. Benjamin told the final call, a war between the two countries, the United States and Russia, who have most of the world's nuclear weapons, is a recipe for total apocalypse. Mm, mm, mm. So, family, you want to get the latest edition of the Final Call. Well, this was actually last week's paper, but you want to get that from somebody, and you can get it from us if you want to inbox me, so you can get those editions of the Final Call. This week edition and last week edition, we do digital as well. So the digital editions that we do is $25 for 12 issues. And if you do, that's the email, that's the mail-in where we'll mail it to you, digital. All right, $25 for 12 issues. And if you wanted to do us mail you the physical paper, I don't have one on my desk. I got them in the house, but I don't have one in the desk. If you wanted us to mail you to mail you the physical paper, it'll be $40 because it will be a shipping fee. All right. The paper itself costs $2. So if you want it, just pay the normal price, then you can cash out me $25, and every week you will get you a digital Final Call to your email. So if that's what you want to do, or if you do like the physical, because I know some people like the physical. I like to read the physical papers myself. If you like the physical, then it would be $40 for 12 issues, which is a 3-month subscription. And if you wanted to do more, then there's double. You want it 6 months, it's $50 digital. You want it 6 months, it's $80 physical. All right, physical paper, we do mail-in. So you can inbox me. I got to take that off because that number won't work for the FCN. There's not a number in that to that number no more. But I will change that. But if you want to get in Project Exodus 10,000, you can text 10K to that number. But if you do want any of the subscription, digital or physical, you can just inbox me on social media so you can get it. All right. And just tell me that. I'll give you my Cash App tag. You can send the funds and then your papers will come. If you do digital, they will come to you every Tuesday. If you do physical, we do mail out every Thursday. All right. Every Thursday. Because we don't get the paper, the physical paper from Chicago in my city till Wednesday night. All right. But Thursday, I go to the post office. Thursdays when I get out with my rounds and I do it. All right. So $40 physical, mail in, $25 digital. Both giving 12-week editions, 12-week issues of the Final Call. But you need this paper. Very, very informative. And it is a direct, it is a straight Black independent newspaper, but they got news going to take you all over the world right now. All right. So with that being said, family, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to Forward Money Network. Go to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram, Forward Money Network, and you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Forward Money Network, New Millennium Bankers, everything. And then my personal page is Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. It's Forward Mahdi. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all in the morning for Crypto Mornings.
I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor.